Hi, I'm Maxime, main developer of ShaderWorld. I'm gonna make this small tutorial on how to integrate ShaderWorld with Fluid Ninja. So for this video I'm gonna use the 2.0.2 of ShaderWorld, which was just submitted to the marketplace and is currently available on GitHub. Okay, so first of all I'm checking I can access the plugin content of the engine. All good. I should have ShaderWorld here. Okay. Excellent. In the ShaderWorld, first of all, you have to keep in mind that the material you're going to use on ShaderWorld need to have the allow virtual mesh usage. So in most of this use case, we're going to have to adjust the materials. I'm going to make a copy of the demonstration levels. Okay, so the first two use cases here are world space. So where the most easy to implement the one I tried earlier. So we're gonna try the first one. Okay. So it's really cool. I really like it. Just I bought it like a year ago and then never downloaded it. So it's like the last 2 days is the first time I try. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but something you'll notice is that it's running fluid sims and explaining them on instanced meshes, and that's not a great. That's actually a rather serious limitation, I would say, of the way you can use it, especially if it's workspace. If you intend to do a large game, you'll have to place all those instance meshes at the proper locations. You see it's overlapping geometry here. Okay. It's easy to set up, but it's not really scalable. So I suppose the first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace all this by a simple ocean ShaderWorld. So in Fluid Ninja, the way it's set up is that you have one blueprint, which is named Ninja Live Area Water, which has a component in it named Ninja Live component. And actually what this component is going to do is, at the start of the game, on begin play, precisely, is going to grab actors within a specific area, actors which have a specific tag, and it's going to replace the materials of the primitive components those actors have. So it's going to grab any mesh with a proper tag, and it's going to replace the material those meshes are using with the ones that are specified over here. So for instance, you have all the materials with the tag C surface are gonna be grabbed, and their material are gonna be swapped with dynamic instances of these the materials available here. So here is output material selected number 1. I assume it's going to pick this one. So if you check right now, so simple water surface here. So using this material, water single layer placeholder. It's a placeholder because at the beginning of the game it's going to be replaced by a dynamic material with all the proper render target from the fluid sims implemented. So we're going to replace all those by a single ShaderWorld. Okay. So first of all, we're going to note the tag which is used to find those actors. So it's fairly straightforward. It's at the bottom here. Actor, advanced tags. And you can find the C surface. So I'm gonna open a file here. Oh, get a bunch of things opened. And I'm gonna say Ninja water tag C surface. Okay. Good. As I said at the beginning, it's gonna replace with those materials, and I need to make those materials compatible with ShaderWorld. So to have those materials compatible, I'm gonna go back to the main material. Okay, this seems to be the main material, world space generic. And on the left you have all the details, and I need to specify usage used with virtual field mesh. The reason you have to do this is because ShaderWorld is using a custom vertex factory. It's named. It's something which is used to render meshes within the engine. If you were to precompile, to accept all this kind of any kind of materials, you will have to do a lot of precomputation at the start of the game. So that's a way to filter the precomputation. The shader you have to compile at the start of the game when you enable ShaderWorld. It's a way to limit the number of shaders to compile. So you just toggle this on. That's all field mesh. Okay, so the question is, do all these materials go back to the same one? Yes. That would be pretty cool. Ah. No, same. So I might only have to do it once. Okay, the same again. Virtual field mesh. Okay. Okay, this is good. Excellent. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna place a simple ShaderWorld in the world. ShaderWorld actor. I'm gonna try to place it around the same altitude as the water mesh from the demo. That's good. So right now the default ShaderWorld is made to actually do some terrain, to generate terrains. So if you check on the left, you have the world settings. It has the default material, which is this grass with those rocks here. There's a bit of parallax. And it has a simple generator, which is the blank generator. The blank generator is actually doing absolutely nothing. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to remove the generator. So the fact that you remove the generator, it will completely skip any computation. So you just end up with a mesh which is following you around. Right. This is a ShaderWorld mesh, so it's just gonna follow us around. The fact that I removed the generator means that there will be absolutely no computation executed while we move around, so we just have a mesh following us, which is gonna be better than this instance mesh placed by the creator. Okay, so I grab the tag, I noted it earlier. That's a water tag. I have my ShaderWorld. I'm gonna rename it. ShaderWorld. Gonna scroll to the advanced, to the actor tab, advanced tags. I'm gonna add the C surface tag. Okay. What I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna grab the water material here because it looks better than the default material of ShaderWorld, which is made for terrain. So this is a simple layer here, and I'm gonna use it on ShaderWorld. So main material, I replace it. Okay, I'm going to check that this ShaderWorld is not generating any collisions. Okay, so that's the case, it's not checked. So no collisions, that's great. Excellent. Okay, so now if I show my ShaderWorld, if I display it, I see that I have some artifacts here. I'm going to do a simple rebuild. Check again that I'm at the proper altitude. Okay, so my my generator was having a small offset on the height of the generated terrain, so I have to put the ShaderWorld a bit back up. Okay, so we have ShaderWorld, we have put a tag, we have changed the materials to be compatible. Now I'm gonna just remove all these original meshes. So right now we removed the original mesh and replaced it with the ShaderWorld. So we have this mesh following us around. And it's gonna be compatible. This is the Fluid Ninja. But as you can see, it was made for a terrain, so the resolution, the distance between vertices actually quite large. We can make them smaller, so we have more details from the simulations. Okay, so now that it's set up, we can just copy paste it on the other demo level because it's the same tag. So just copy paste it. Okay, so we've seen the ocean, now we're going to use the terrain. It's really simple, we're just gonna place another ShaderWorld. Terrain, it's not an ocean, we're gonna need to generate collisions. Instead of the blank, we're gonna use something more interesting. Material from ShaderWorld is really assuming that you've created a data layer named height layer. I'm just gonna create a data layer named height layer. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so now the problem is that it's going to override my, my pretty looking terrain shader with this one, which is just provided with free Ninja. So ideally you'll have to merge the interactivity of this material within this material, which is much more complex, and also feature parallax. But for now I'm just going to grab this material. So if I check the Ninja Live RSM here, see the various materials. See all the various material is going to dynamically replace the primitive it catch at the start of the game. So I'll take the number 1. So I'm going to take this one. This material in the terrain right now. At least we'll have some interactivity. So we have ShaderWorld, we have some technical tag, some start, it's starting. apply. That's terrain. Okay, so I noticed this earlier. It's one of the issues I have with the material, so I have to do some fixes. Plate check, time check. Which material is applied? Is applied one of this. This one. I have to fix a couple of settings here related to parallax. Okay, so if I do this for instance, here depths. Parallax was implemented in the material of Fluid Ninja. But here you have interactivity with the world you generated with ShaderWorld. This world was completely generated using the generator function. This density generator, yeah, it's actually reading an 8 map. This 8 map, applying it to the terrain. So we procedurally generated a terrain with interactivity with Fluid Ninja. I need to check why is this issue here. But basically, you have to change the material used by Fluid Ninja for something more sophisticated as a terrain shader. So here we have a ShaderWorld terrain and a ShaderWorld ocean. And both are interactively driven by Fluid Ninja. So here you can see the original mesh. I just want to stand on the boat. Anyway, it's out of the scope of this video. We have the terrain and we have the ocean, and both are driven by ShaderWorld. Just wanted to set it up.